Hello everyone, myself is Jana Rathod. I am working as a nursing lecturer in Knowledge Institute of Nursing. I have completed my MSc Nursing in Mental Health Nursing. So today we will learn about the principle of management. So it is given by the Henry Fayol 14 principle of management, that is division of work, discipline, authority and responsibility, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration, centralization, order, equity, initiative, esprit de corps, stability of tenure, unity of direction, scalar chain, and unity of command. Henry Fayol's 14 principle of management. First one, division of work. Work should be divided among individuals and groups to ensure that effort and attention are focused on the special portion of the task. We have to divide the work according to the specialization. For example, any nursing institution, there are different specialties. For MSN, medical surgical nursing, community nursing, psychiatric nursing, pediatric nursing, and OBG nursing. So we have to divide syllabus according to the specialty. Allow the we cannot give the syllabus of MSN to the psychiatric specialty, right? So division of work is according to the specialty. So attend we can attention on the special portion of the task. Then authority. The concept of authority and responsibility are closely related. Authority was defined by Fayol as the right to give orders and the power to exert obedience. What do you mean by authority? Authority means we have right to give orders and we can power to exert the obedience. Responsibility involves being accountable, right? We have to answerable for what is being done and is therefore mutually associated with authority. Authority and responsibility is mutually connected. Whomsoever assumes authority also assumes responsibility, right? uh, जो पर्सन अथॉरिटी अज्यूम करता है उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती ही होती है, राइट? देन डिसिप्लिन. For the successful organization we require the discipline. Discipline means management should make the rules and regulation and employees should be attached to them. If the rules and regulation are not followed, there should be penalties should be applied, right? Then unity of command. Worker should receive order from only one manager. If the worker is receiving order from more than one manager, she is confused and he or she is confused and he or she is tired. So we can have only one superior and only one superior can give order to the subordinate. Then unity of direction. The entire organization should be moving towards a common objective in a common direction. Means we have common objection. For example, in a class we have exam, right? So we have common objective that we have to pass the exam and we will move on to the, if there is a paper of management, we read only the management, but we cannot read the obstetric and gynecology and we will move on to the same direction, right? Then subordination of individual interest to the general interest. The interest of one person should not take priority over the interest of the organization as a whole. If there is an organization, right, there are 500 to 600 employees are working. So one person's interest should not take priority over the organization, right? Then remuneration. Many variables such as cost of living, supplied or qualified personnel, general business condition and success of the business should be considered in determining a worker's pay of rate. There are many variables we can consider, right? So cost of living means workers, how they live, how they cost, then supply of qualified personnel, general business condition and success of the business. According to this, we have to pay the worker. Then centralization. Centralization is the lowering the importance of subordinate rules. Centralization means only superior decide the only superior decide the work, right? But in decentralization we can include the subordinate also. So it can increase the importance of the subordinate. The degree to which centralization or decentralization should be adopted, it depends on the specific organization in which the manager is working, right? So we have to adopt a centralization or decentralization. It should be fully depend on the specific organization. Then scalar chain. Managing hierarchies are a part of like authority scale. Each manager from the first line supervisor to the president possesses certain amount of authority. There are different level of management, top level management, middle level management, lower level management. So they are working according to that. In nursing there are different hierarchy, right? So first there is a fourth class worker, then staff nurse, then in charge nurse, assistant nursing superintendent, deputy nursing superintendent, nursing superintendent, and medical superintendent. So they have a different authority. Lower level managers should always keep upper level manager informed of their work activities, right? We have to inform our work to the subordinates, who always inform work to the upper level management. The existence of scalar chain and adherence to it are necessary if the organization is to be successful. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सक्सेसफुल करने के लिए हमें स्केलर चेन का होना जरूरी है और उससे हमें एडर होना चाहिए. देन ऑर्डर. For the sake of efficiency and coordination, all materials and people related to specific kind of work should be treated as equally as possible. We can treat the all the employees and all the work as equally as possible. We can equally treat. We cannot do the partiality. Then equally, all employees should be treated as equally as possible. We cannot do the partiality to any one of the employees. Uh, we make all the employees equal position, right? Then stability of tenure of person. Retaining productive employees should always be a high priority in the management. Means जो पर्सन में कैपेसिटी होती है वो मैनेजमेंट उसको और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए अपने मैनेजमेंट में रखेगा. रिक्रूटमेंट एंड सिलेक्शन कॉस्ट एज वेल एज इंक्रीज प्रोडक्ट रिजेक्ट रेट्स आर यूजुअली एसोसिएटेड विथ हायरिंग न्यू वर्कर, राइट. इफ अगर हम न्यू वर्कर हायर करेंगे तो उनके रिजेक्शन होने का चांसेस है. इसीलिए जो वर्कर वहाँ है उसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम करने के लिए हम उसे मोटिवेट करेंगे. Then initiative. Management should take steps to encourage worker initiative, which is defined as a new or additional work activity under through the self direction. Means not only the routine work we have to done, we take any initiative, any research activity we have to done. So management should support financially and emotionally to us. Then spirit decores. Management should encourage harmony and general feelings among employees. There is a good harmony between management and employees. So I hope so you understand principle of management. Thank you everyone.